Hi, Prasad. How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. How are you, Isaiah?
I'm doing well. Thanks for being here, and congratulations again on the new job.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, as you know, we're opening up enrollment into the association again soon. We like to talk to PhDs like you who have transitioned into industry. So
hmm
again, congrats, and maybe you can just start by introducing yourself in full, including the position and company you're with now.
so I'm Prasad Subramaniam, and I'm like a research scientist, and I work for Bristol Myers Squibb in New Jersey.
Excellent. Yeah, congrats. Great job. Great role. So you're successful now. You've made that transition. I want to talk to you about that success a bit later, but first I want to ask you to rewind a little bit before you got hired, before you joined the association. What were some of the challenges you had in your job search, both in terms of mindset and technical
Uh,
challenges?
so I would say that, let me say that I would categorize people, job seekers, within two categories. One who are starting off scratch,
Hmm.
and the others who have some kind of strategy but want that extra push to get over the hill.
Hmm.
So I kind of think that fell into the second category. So the problem was that the formatting of a lot of the challenges were the resume format itself. There were multiple, uh, like outside you hear about multiple different people have different opinions as to what is the correct way of representing yourself on a resume,
Hmm.
and also getting out of the mindset of the academic culture. So putting everything on your resume is not what uh, the industry wants. So that was one challenge, and the other was the mindset itself, like to think from the perspective of an industry, which is basically you're thinking more from, for example, if you take research itself, you want to think from a patient perspective and not just research perspective. So you have to have the big picture.
Hmm.
So that thinking also you get to know when you meet or like talk to like-minded people, and that's where the CSA kind of helped.
Excellent. Yeah, well, I appreciate you breaking that down. There's always the mindset side, the technical side. So you had those challenges. You joined the association. What were some of the immediate benefits that you noticed in terms of the materials after you joined?
So the first thing was the resume itself, like how to format your resume. So I had a resume which was, I would say, decent, and also I had my network itself. So the modules say that you need to extensively network, have like prepare your LinkedIn and all that. But there are certain small nuances and tips and tricks which help you to just get ahead of the crowd. And that was something which I found that CSA provided me with. And like for example, I was uh, totally like jamming in a lot of stuff. I mean, like you have like so many years of experience in research and postdoc, so your mindset is always trying to put in everything into the resume, which I kind of then found that having a lot of white space and those things are pretty important on a resume, and just putting in the most relevant things.
Hmm.
And the second was the LinkedIn profile, how to like summarize stuff on your LinkedIn, looking at other people's LinkedIn profiles who were already in the industry or transition. That also helped through the CSA.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks. And you mentioned having other people look at your LinkedIn profile, the network. So CSA has a private community of other
hmm
PhDs. How did this private community help you? How responsive were they to your questions? What did it mean to you overall?
So overall, it was the community itself is very receptive. And I was mostly like a silent spectator to a lot of the conversations that happened, chiming in a couple of times here and there. But whatever questions were there, I always found answers when people. It was a very uh, like receptive community where people like answered questions, whatever you had. If there's no real answer to a question, they would just put it forward as an opinion, and then basically you always that's always there. No, all questions do not have an answer. So you basically just garner all the opinions and then make up your mind which is the best way to go forward with something.
Excellent. The last question is, and I always like to ask this because as PhDs, we can sometimes tend to over evaluate things, get stuck in analysis
hmm
paralysis. Did you have any reservations before joining? And if so, how are they alleviated after joining?
well, yes, I had my reservations, considering, I mean, even fees for joining the was compared to other smaller organizations which are like which do end up having career counseling and stuff. It was pretty high, but so I was kind of skeptical as to what extra I'm gonna get out of the community since I'm like enrolling in this. But and so that skepticism was there initially, but then I looked at the whole modules and also whatever the community itself. So the major part, the best part of the CSA was the private community itself, where you could get answer to your questions, whatever it may be, and the networking within the community itself to like make push you forward in your job search. That was something that alleviated all my concerns, and so I think it was one of the best decisions I made.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Prasad, so much for sharing. Congratulations on your great new career. We look forward to watching your continued career success. Thank you.
Thanks, Arthur. Thanks a lot. And thank you all the Cheekies and the whole community, Cheeky community, for all the help they have provided.